Following the successful interdiction of a large Japanese task force just west of the Maleta coast, Admiral Fletcher quickly recovered his strike force, but kept a small group of wildcats patrolling above the fleet throughout the late afternoon. 70 miles south of the remnants of the enemy fleet, Admiral Kincaid with Task Force 1 pursued north along the coast of Maleta, confident of his force's ability to close on and kill what was likely a wounded enemy in no condition for a fight. The light of day, however, was fading fast, and Allied commanders were well aware of the enemy's ability to slip away and vanish under the cover of darkness. Hello, welcome back to War on the Sea. It is 9th of September, 1942, day 35 still of the campaign. It's midday, well, a little after midday. It's almost 4 p.m., and this is the situation. Task Force 2 and 3 are sitting here right next to Florida Islands, and the aircraft from both of these task forces had just returned from a strike on a Japanese fleet that is in this area. Task Force 1 is moving in to catch it and destroy it. There should be 2 light cruisers and 3 destroyers left. Everything else was sank by the aircraft of Task Force 2 and 3. Task Force 2 and 3 are recovering. The Wildcats from Enterprise are staying to cover Task Force 1 through the rest of the day, just in case. I don't really anticipate anything happening from the Japanese, but you never know. So they're going to stay there. I think they have a little bit more time. I think they have over 158 nautical miles of endurance, so that should last them for another hour or two. Task Force 11 still sitting here. Oh, that's right, they're on their way to Maleta. I think they're going to pick up, yeah, they're picking up whatever they, probably some troops, maybe a little bit of supplies, bringing them back to Guadalcanal. We do have the 2 task force here, 10 and 44, going to be dropping off some supplies at Guadalcanal Island. Task Force 42 is still on its way. It's going to be a while. Task Force 12 and 19 are at New Hebrides, and we did get some command points last turn and some troops, supplies, engineering, and fuel. We're going to load that up and bring them over to Guadalcanal Island. We're also going to purchase some more ships today. Probably we're going to start a surface fleet in Australia, because we're going to need that probably pretty soon. Milne Bay is still stockpiled with troops and supplies, and that's really it. What I expect from the rest of this day is, again, Task Force 1 to catch the remnants of that Japanese task force, recovering ships, and then probably filling our tankers and our transports and sending them out to Guadalcanal Island and purchasing some ships. I think we're going to probably get one more for Task Force 1, maybe some for... I might wait on Task Force 3, because I do need to send Saratoga back. I think I'm going to start with purchasing ships. That's what we're going to start doing first, and I've thought about this, and I've made a decision what I'm going to do. Since I took a look down here at Cairns to see what I could purchase, and well, the British don't have any carriers. They don't have any light carriers either. So, and I really wanted a carrier force down here. I thought about maybe another Task Force 1 type fleet, but I don't think that's not gonna do it for me. I'm all into the carrier fleets now, and I think that would be much more effective with a carrier down there. So we're gonna give the British the Saratoga. We're gonna let them borrow it. The Saratoga, we're gonna detach here. I might give it an escort with these 2 destroyers, but it's gonna probably, we're gonna have it sail down to Cairns and then have it repair down there. The Juno's gonna stay here kind of as a backup light cruiser, and then the Taylor and Radford are eventually gonna come back. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have this fleet. In fact, we'll probably send this whole fleet to Australia, and then the light cruiser and destroyers will come back. I don't really need them right now. Task Force 2 at the Enterprise, I'm sorry, yeah, Task Force 2 at the Enterprise will stay here. I still have plenty of ships, or aircraft from the Enterprise. And then we're going to purchase some escort ships down here for Saratoga. Probably 2 light cruisers, 4 destroyers, like we have for Task Force 2. And there are plenty good light cruisers and destroyers capable to fulfill that role in the British fleet. So here's what I'm going to do. Although I don't really necessarily need them right this second, so I might hang on to those points. Let's have Task Force 2. Although maybe I could, I don't know. Let's have Task Force 3. Let's have them recover. Those are Enterprise aircraft. These Wildcats belong to Saratoga. Let's have them return to base. And then, what do we have here in Task Force in the Saratoga? 26 Wildcats, 7 Dauntless, 4 Avengers, and some damaged compartments. So, yes, let's have Task Force 2. What would be a good... I think I'll just have them sail directly towards Cairns. I think that might work best. Okay, not too terrible. About 37 hours, about a day and a half. That'll work. And that's the course she's going to follow. Task Force 2 will stay in the area. In fact, I'll probably move her up a bit to maybe help support Task Force 1 if needed. Okay, and then we're going to need a replacement ship for the Brooklyn still. So let's go down and buy that. Okay, another Brooklyn class probably. So we'll get the Savannah. Let's go ahead and add that one. I don't know if I need anything else, but I definitely want to get that, the Savannah. So let's have the Savannah make its way up to Task Force 1. Okay, so maybe I'm not going to buy a whole bunch of ships right now. Again, I don't need them, this fleet down here, yet until Saratoga arrives. So I think I might hold on to my command points just in case I need them for an emergency up here for some reason. I can always buy them at any time once the Saratoga gets down there. Or if in case something else comes up and I need ships somewhere else. I have enough, probably, I think I have enough in this area. Maybe another, well, let's see. Here's what we're going to probably be getting in this down here. We're probably going to get a couple of, I've already looked these over. I like the Crown Colony. The Perth is older. The Crown Colony and Town are about the same, except the Town has a bit more armor, and the cost difference is about 1 command point. Right. So I'll probably get 2 of these, 2 light cruisers here. They have decent anti-aircraft. Their main guns aren't dual purpose, but they have 8 type 4-inch guns that are dual purpose. So that would be nice. That works rather nice there. As far as destroyers, the Tribals are older. The Jervis are pretty good. 6 4.7-inch guns, dual purpose, plus 10 Mark 9 torpedoes as opposed to the Tribals 4. So we'll probably get like 4 of these. So that's 2 light cruisers, that's 40 points, and then 4 of these, which is 9. So that's 36. Almost 80 command points. So even after we get this fleet, we're still going to have 56 command points to use for whatever we need. And we really don't need a whole lot right now. So I'm just going to hold those in my pocket for now and just wait. So I think that's it for the purchasing. So now we could just fill these up here. Task Force 12 and Task Force 19. Task Force 19, let's go ahead and load up the fuel. We're going to want to take most of this fuel if we can. Yeah, we could take almost all of it. We leave 10 here. Okay? And I put them in their own task force because they're pretty slow. And I didn't want to have them hold back other faster task forces. So let's bring them over to Guadalcanal Island. And what's the task force 12, is it? Okay, let's have them load up as well. Macaulay will probably bring troops on one, which takes all of our troops. The next one will take supplies, probably engineering, and then this C3 will take more supplies. Okay, so this is what's left at New Hebrides. All the engineering and fuel are gone. We have some supplies. Task Force 12 loaded up. Troops, supplies, engineering, supplies, and you know where they're headed. Guadalcanal Island. And you know what? I probably could use some destroyers to help with these task forces. I could build a few more. I mean, I do have these here. I think those are my only spares. So maybe I could build a few anti-aircraft destroyer. I mean, they're not that expensive. I think I might do that to help with these other convoys, just in case they run into subs. Alright, I got a couple more Fletcher classes. The Southly and the De Haven. I'm going to go ahead and get those. I have plenty of command points. Why not? And then let's have those two destroyers come out here, and we'll add them to these other task forces to help them protect them on the way. Because if they meet a sub over here, there's going to be problems. And I'm actually probably lucky that that has not happened yet. Alright, Task Force 44 has finally arrived at Guadalcanal Island. We want to unload all cargo. Make sure that's all unloaded. Looks good. Alright, let's upgrade the port here. Guadalcanal Island. Port upgrade. Alright, we have a level 2 port on Guadalcanal Island. We need lots more fuel. About 288 fuel, a little less than 150 supplies, and engineering parts and some supplies we need. Maybe this episode we can finish this. I'm hoping. All right, Task Force 10. I have to decide here. Do I want to keep? I need to go over again how many ships I have where and what they're doing as far as the transports, because I did kind of basically borrow some from Australia. Okay, I have 3 troop transports, basically 3 Macaulays. I have 10 C3s, and I have 5 tankers, like this one, Patapsco. I have 5 of those. So what I'm going to do, I need, I think, 2 tankers here in Australia and 2, maybe more, for the American fleets. I'm going to probably, let's go ahead and get another tanker here. So here's what we're going to do in Australia. Let's get a Macaulay, a troop transport, because I want 2 here, and then 2 over on here for the American fleets. And then if we need more, we'll buy more. So we'll get a Macaulay over here. We had 3, now we'll have 4. We have 10 C3s, so I would like 6 on each side. So I'll send 5 over to Australia and get another one here. And then we have 5 tankers. The Patapsco, I don't think the British don't have any, I don't think. Cimarrons carry twice as much fuel, of course they cost twice as much too. We'll probably get one of these over here as well, so we can have 3 tankers on each side, and we'll just run with that for now. If we need to buy more, we can. Done. That's 30 points there. And then, so we have to send 1 troop transport back to Australia, 5 C3s, and 2 tankers. That's what we're going to do. Okay, so here's a question. The remnants of that Japanese task force seem to be outpacing Task Force 1. I don't know if Task Force 1 is going to be able to catch them. Should I use Enterprise to go after those 2 light cruisers? Don't really care much about the destroyers, but it would be nice to sink those 2 light cruisers. But I don't know if I want to do that. I really wanted Task Force 1 to catch them. What I could do is maybe send up the Havocs. I don't really want them to get away, though. But I don't want to use the rest of Enterprise's aircraft for that. I might let them go. I don't know. It's really... I'll think about it. Okay, it's September 10th next morning. It's 5 a.m. Search aircraft are up. Here's the progress. Here's Task Force 3 making good progress across the Coral Sea. Should be, let's see how far out they are. About a day, looks like, from Cairns. Task Force 42 with its supplies and, well, supplies is on its way to Guadalcanal Island. These 2, I think, let's see, this one is headed back to New Hebrides. These 2, 14 and 13, headed to Guadalcanal Island. Here is the Savannah, the light cruiser. Here's Task Force 1 and 2. Task Force 1 was unable to catch up with the light cruiser and destroyer fleet, but I'm going to see if I can find it. I'm going to send out some search aircraft from the San Diego and Atlanta and see if I can find them. Maybe do an airstrike after all. It's not that important, though, if they get away. Task Force 11 picking up supplies and troops from New Georgia, bringing them back to Guadalcanal. Here's Santa Isabel. Not quite done with this, but honestly, this should be done today, I'm thinking, and that's about it. That's what's happening. Not a whole lot else. So we're going to let this play and come back when something happens this morning. I'm expecting maybe some strike aircraft here, so Enterprise, we got 33 Wildcats. It shouldn't be a problem. We'll send them up if we see something coming our way. Well, after Task Force 1, I misspoke. I didn't mean San Diego and Atlanta. I meant Task Force 1. After Task Force 1 launched, it didn't take long to find them. Task Force 1 is going to try and cut them off, charge up here, and catch them. Hopefully I can. Task Force 1, throughout the night, I went up to about right here, and then came back. I don't know. I guess, it was dark. I guess I missed them. I'm hoping I can catch them now, though. Well, we're going to leave these search planes up just in case, because I'd like to have a little bit of warning if the Japanese bring in some land-based bombers. We'll see. Okay, this looks good to me. I have the heavy cruisers 1, 2, 3, and 4. Light cruisers 5, 6, and 7. 5, 6, and 7, and then we have the 2 destroyers 8 and 9. I don't know if they're going to do a whole lot in this one. Let's see if we can get close to this task force. Need to navigate this way. Looks like they're trying to maybe they're taking a charge at my carrier task force. Here we go. Encounter Task Force 1. Let's begin. Okay. Start. And where is the Japanese Navy? There they are. What's left in this thing? Is this the same one? This does not look like the same fleet. This is just a destroyer that's launching torpedoes. We will destroy this ship before the torpedoes even get a chance to get to us. Okay, well, I'm just going to let them fire at will, honestly, because there's not... Yeah, we'll just let them fire at will. Not exactly the fleet we were looking for. That's okay. We'll keep looking for the other one. I don't think I took any damage. I don't see anything in the log. I'm gonna check all the ships real quick and just see if we... Well, we got a little bit of damage here. This is Selfridge's gun. And we'll see what the integrity is on this when they're finished with their repairs. But I think maybe the Selfridge was the only one. Okay. We'll leave. Nice little fight there. We'll keep looking. Task Force 1, just stay in this area. I think we'll just move her up just a little bit. Task Force 2, we'll move her up just a little bit. And we'll keep looking for that other one. It may have gotten away. We'll see. Well, it looks like a transport is trying to slip into Buna. I think we want to destroy her. Let's send out some Air Cobras. Maybe half. Let's just send a couple of them with some semi-armor piercing. You know what? Let's not. Let's just go in and strafe the crap out of it. Actually, we'll bring in 3 for that. 2 should be enough, really. But then we'll also launch some lightnings to cover them. 4 of them should be enough. Okay, P-39s. Let's go take care of this transport. Okay, the Oscars looks like they came up to challenge my lightnings. We'll go ahead and take on that fight, because they probably have at most 3 Oscars. We'll take that fight. Air Cobras can help also. I don't see them, though. Alright, they're down this way. How many of them are there? Just 2, it looks like. Alright, that's done. I think we shot down 3. I think we may have lost 1 P-38. I'm not sure. But the P-39s came back and did a little fighting too. Let's see. What did we lose on this? Let's look at the report first. They lost 3, we lost 2 aircraft. Okay. Alright, P-39s have arrived. Let's go ahead and blast this thing. Go to tactical. And then we will get down to about 300 feet or so. Slow down. And there she is. Oh, and we're all lined up and everything. Isn't that nice? Target her. She's right over here. As soon as we get down to our strafing altitude, and let's go ahead and attack. Alright, 3 passes it took for that one. She's going down, though, and we're done here. I think we lost an Air Cobra. Let's see. Yeah, we lost one. Interesting. I thought we had sunk her before she was able to shoot one of our aircraft down, but I guess not. That's fine. We will go ahead and make our way back. Kingfishers have went about as far as I want them to go. It looks like that maybe that task force may have gotten away. I'm going to go ahead and have them all return to their heavy cruisers, and we'll probably withdraw Task Force 1. Bring her back. Bring them back here along with Task Force 2. And we'll probably just sit here and patrol the slot as we make our logistics runs and try and get Rental Island up to Port 3 and bring some of our forces back to Guadalcanal to get ready for our next attack, which will be our next landing, which will be on the Soloman Islands. This looks like it's almost done again. We'll see. We do have 5,600 troops here to use. We got 1,000 here, and then we have more coming. 1,500 troops more. So we'll just keep chugging along. What is this here? That's probably... We'll take a look real quick and see what this is. But I have a feeling it's just a couple of destroyers. No, it's just one destroyer. It's a destroyer escort. Don't care. Okay, looks like we found another transport. Let's go ahead and begin. Take a look. Yep, transport out in the middle of the Coral Sea all by itself. Easy money. Let's send up some some P-38s. .400 miles. I think they can reach. I think their range is like 500. Yeah, without bombs, 648. We'll send up, I think 2 can do it. We'll send up 3. And go take out that transport. We haven't been able to find this freighter, but the Kingfish found one. It says 2 ships. Let's see what's coming out of Rabaul. Alright, we finally found something, and let's turn around and get close so we can torpedo her. Alright, we've moved the Kingfish pretty close. We're going to go ahead and have her stop. And our solution is 99%, so let's, you know, one torpedo should be enough. Did they have any guns on this? They don't have any guns. Doesn't look like. So we'll try 1 torpedo. If that doesn't work, we'll use the deck gun. Okay, report says she's got moderate damage, moderate flooding, and I've used 3 torpedoes on her. 2 of them were duds. We'll ride around and see if I don't think she's going to sink, so we'll probably come up and use the deck gun on her. We're going to have to probably navigate towards her and get a little closer. Alright, let's slow her down to a stop. And we'll target her. She's already targeted. Main guns, let's go ahead and fire. Probably want to turn the Kingfish too. Okay, nice work, Kingfish. Sank that sucker, the Kamoi Maru. We will go ahead and retreat. And we got 2 more command points for that. Nice work. We'll just have her stay there. We might actually have the Kingfish move in a little bit, like right about here. Alright, we found the tanker. Finally. So we'll get the P-38s down to low altitude and we'll go after them. Let's have them brake, form up, line ahead. Alright, that's the way it should be. One pass, and she's going down. Nice work. Time to return to base. And that's another 2 command points. Okay, this is interesting. We have 3 ships coming in. It looks like 3 ships. Task Force 1 is going to go after them. I think Task Force... Let's have Salt Lake City launch one of its aircraft and go see exactly what this is. I'm not sure how they slipped past me, but now it's dark and I cannot find them. I don't know if they landed. Doesn't look like they landed any troops. I'm still looking for them, but I don't know what happened to them. I thought I was able to cut them off, but then they just disappeared. We'll keep looking. Situation is this. Task Force 3 is almost at Cairns. And once it gets there, we'll hook up. We'll get some more ships for it. Task Force 44, it's on its way back. Looks like Task Force 42 has reached Renal Island. Well, has it really reached? Is it close enough? Looks like it. Yep. So let's look at Renal Island. And it looks like we can upgrade the port now. Well, no, we still need... What do we have here? I think that one brought in some supplies. Yeah, it was mainly supplies and some troops. These are the task forces that have the fuel. Task Force 13 has the fuel. Once it gets here, then we can upgrade Renal Island, the port there. Task Force 10 has almost returned to New Hebrides, and we're still searching for this other task force, Japanese task force up here. Task Force 11, let's go ahead and unload the cargo. I think that came from Russell Islands. Yep. So we'll probably go back to New Georgia and collect a few more things, although Guadalcanal has a respectable amount of supplies and troops here now. So as soon as Santa Isabel is taken, we will plan our invasion of Shortland Islands. And this is good timing because all of our, well, most of our transport fleets will be up here in this area ready to do that. Alright, so I'm probably going to go through the morning here and see what happens throughout the night. Okay, not much happened throughout the night. It is 5 a.m. on September 11th, day 36, and Task Force 3 has arrived at Cairns. Task Force 44 still on its way. I think we're almost ready to unload task force. This task force here, 14, with the engineering parts. Let's go ahead and unload everything here. And then what does this one have? Task Force 13, more fuel. So I want to get it close, right about there. Let's unload the cargo here. And now let's look at Renal Island. And oh, we still need 50 fuel to upgrade this. I thought that was going to be enough, but apparently not. I don't think we have any more. Can we scrounge any fuel from somewhere? We don't have any there or there. I don't think we're going to be able to get any. Now, we did have, how many at New Hebrides? 10. So, wow, it looks like Cairns has plenty. It looks like we might have to do another run from Cookdown and Cairns, which is disappointing. That's too bad. I really wanted this to have enough to upgrade, and I just don't have enough. Darn. Okay, and we did unload all these, yes. I think they're all unloaded. Yep. Okay, well, we'll have to wait on that a little bit more. Task Force 1 is parked here, right outside of Santa Isabel. I didn't want, just in case that destroyer fleet had some troops. I didn't want them landing here, and they haven't. We should take this today, or at least in the next episode. Task Force 2 is sitting here. Oh, and I did have the Savannah has now joined Task Force 1, and that's about it. Let's go ahead. Before we leave, we're gonna go ahead and buy some British ships. Why not? And get Task Force 3 here. Let's separate the Saratoga, and we want to get in Cairns. Let's go ahead and get some ships here. All right, 2 crown colonies, the Mauritius and the Gambia. We'll get them both. Okay, and then 4 destroyers. We should be able to afford all this. And we're going to get 4 Jervis class. These are 9. I don't know if we're going to have enough. I think we're going to have enough for... Well, we might. We have 96 points. We'll get the Jervis, the Nestor, the Nizam, and the Norman. That leaves the Nepal and the Van Galen. Alright, this is going to cost us 76. Let's go ahead and buy those. And then I want to get, where's the Saratoga. We're going to have her release repair. Oop, got to highlight her first. Release repair, confirm. And let's look in the dockyards. Okay. Saratoga. We're going to get her back in 4 days. Pensacola is still there. 7 more days. And a C3, 5 days. Very good. Okay, so what was that again? In 4 days, we can bring out the Saratoga, add her to Task Force 32, and let's have Task Force 3 go ahead and head on back, probably to the Renal Island area. And I think that's it for this episode. That's the situation. We're just... we're going to need more fuel. And I'm really hoping... Well, I'm not going to wait until the next week until we get more command points. We're going to go ahead and load up some fuel here. Probably one fuel tanker. And send it over to Renal Islands. Probably going to take a couple days, maybe 3 days. And then hopefully by then, after we get it there, we can upgrade Renal Islands port. And that's about it. We're going to wait until this battle here is finished, and then once it is, we'll consolidate our forces, maybe at Santa Isabel, and then launch an invasion of Shortland Islands. That's what's coming up. I'm not sure if it's going to be next episode, but it will be soon. Thanks for watching this one. Hope you enjoyed it. I will see you again next time.